lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me.
What is going on? It is me from Sons of Grimnia. We are going to do a Man United review. As you can see on the screen, it was Man United 0, Palace 2, which is becoming a bit tiresome, a bit boring, but Man United lose again. As you can tell by the name of the stream, we lose again. So, start off with the starting 11, the formation, all that kind of stuff as well. First of all, starting with a false 9. I wasn't overly mad at it. The problem is with United at the moment is we don't have a focal point. We don't have someone where they can hold the ball up, bring people into play, but they do need to go the other way and try and get back and try and get in the box and try and score. We've got like Højlund, who can get in the box and get on the end of things, but is struggling. We've got Xerxes, who can drop deep, bring people into play, but he can't do it the other way. He can't get on the end of things. I thought Manu was a happy medium. I thought Manu has the intelligence to try and get in the box, in the 6-yard box, and put it in. But he also is good enough to take the ball with it back to goal. And his touch is good enough, his awareness is good enough, his vision is as well, to bring people into play, like Ahmad, like Bruno, like even Agate to a certain extent. But first 20 minutes, I was like, wow, hello, this is promising. I'm about this. It is a very impressive first 20 minutes. We were knocking the ball around. Possession was good. We looked threatening. Manu obviously hit the post as well. I don't know if that was in the first 20 minutes, but it was about that. I was happy. I was really, really happy with how we started the game. The first 20 minutes was one of the best starts of the game that I've seen in a long time. Maybe the Liverpool game. Obviously, they had a lot of the ball, but we did come back into it and we sort of kept the ball a little bit as well, which was really good. But going forward, we just don't have enough going forward. I don't want Amram to change the formation, but I do. I don't want him to change the formation because we brought him in to play that formation. He was successful at Sporting with it. It does work. He just needs the players to fit his mould. This transfer window, obviously it's a January transfer window, so we're not going to do a great deal. I know we've just got Dorgu and the other player. I can't remember his name right now. But that's kind of the players that we do need. Maybe if it's a shift and we put Ahmad back on the wing back, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then Dorgu comes in as well on the left. Maybe that's a step in the right direction. Very explosive, very powerful, very skillful players on the wings, on the flanks, which is something that we do need. We do rely on it. But at the moment, it's just not working. We don't have the potency up front. We don't have the threat. We don't have the thought of, is he going to spin behind? Is he going to come short? If he gets a chance, he will score. I don't think we have that right now. Palace did have a couple of chances before they scored. I like that Mateta. I do like him. I think he's a good player. He reminds me a bit of Benteke, just with his pace, his power. He's very, very clinical. I think he's got 6 and 5 now. He is a good player. The first goal kind of took the wind out of our sails a little bit. We were playing very well before that. Got a bit shaky, a bit panicky. The ball was coming, and instead of Maguire sort of taking it down, passing it, he was just heading it. But the first 20 minutes, he was taking it down and keeping it. Got a bit shaky. Not just Maguire. Martinez was the same. Mazraoui, a couple of skew passes, stuff like that. But Martinez on the ball was outstanding. He was playing the ball forward, through the lines, into Manu, into Bruno, into Diallo, and Garnacho on the other side. It was promising, but I think the Palace goal did knock us out a little bit. It sent us shaking a little bit, so I don't really know. I quite enjoyed the formation choice. I quite enjoyed the team selection. I do think we need a 9. We're not going to get there in January, but we do need someone who's a threat, who's a panic, who's mayhem, someone who just... I have no idea what that noise was. Something's just beeped. I don't know what that was, but something on my computer's just beeped. Yeah, so that was after the first goal. Obviously, Palace's second goal. It's the pace. We've got Yoro, Martinez, De Ligt. They're not slow, but they're not extremely quick. I know Yoro's quite pacey, but we've seen against Southampton, he struggled against pace. Martinez isn't the quickest. Maguire was blowing out of his backside when he was trying to chase for that second goal. I know the lad gets clean through. Maguire's not going to catch him if he has a 2-yard head start. Never mind if he's 3 yards behind the play anyway. So Fair enough, he's not going to catch him anyway. He's struggling to get back. The lad plays it across, and Mateta's not going to miss the form he's in. It's a good goal by Palace. There's gaps opening everywhere because we were trying to push forward. I understand that. But at home, you need to be more rigid. You need to be harder to play against. You need to be on it. You need to be fighting for every ball. The duels are horrendous. I'm not a stat guy. I should be. I should look more into duels and stuff like that and pass completion, sorry. But I'm a more football by eye. I watch it and I sort of say, he's had a good game, he's been crap, blah, 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 blah. He should have played that pass, he should have done this, he should have done this. Like, but stats, the XG, I understand that Palace got more XG than us. Not that I really agree with that stat, but it goes on the chances and the percentage of how many people in that position, all that crap. I'm not going to go into XG because I don't really like it as a stat, but 2-0 down, we need a goal. We bring on 2 players who scored 2 goals between them in a season, Premier League goals. Like, I just don't. We would be better off switching Menu and Bruno, putting Bruno higher up into the false 9, dropping Menu. At least Bruno again is higher up the pitch. Him with his back to goal, he can do that sweep pass over his shoulder. He can do the little touches. His touch is good enough. His vision's good enough. He's got a goal scoring instinct. I just don't agree with bringing. You need 2 goals. You're bringing on 2 number 9s that don't score goals. I know it's a sign from Amram to say we're going for this. We're going to go and get a goal. We're bringing on 2 strikers. We're going for it. But don't score goals. So I just it's getting to a point now where it's getting tough to watch. We are boring. We're not potent up front. The front 3, well, what you class as the front 3, the striker, the 2 10s. They're just not creating anything. They're just not very good up front. I don't know what more to say. But going forward, they just didn't excite me when they were warming up, and I should be excited to think if that we've just sent Marcus Rashford on loan to Aston Villa. Marcus Rashford's on the side getting warmed up. I get kind of excited thinking Rashford can come on and spark something. He's proven it. He's done it. He can do it. I've seen nothing in 2 years from Højlund to say he's going to come on and save us. Xerxes showed nothing this season to say he's going to come on and save us. The only person that I've got any faith, or the only people that I've got any faith in, is Bruno, Ahmad and Garnacho. And even Garnacho spat his dummy out. Ahmad had a poor game today, very poor game today. Bruno did Bruno things, but the final product didn't quite work for him, which sometimes it happens. You can't rely on one player. That's when you need to rely on other players like Højlund, like Xerxes, like Garnacho, like Menu, like Eriksen to step up when your captain's not having the best of game or going through the motions a little bit. That's when other players need to step up and try and sort of save you a little bit. Going forward, I do think Ahmad will be better on the right wing back, as I've touched on earlier. I think he will be pushed right wing back. I think Dorgu will be left back. And I can't remember that other player, but I can't remember his name. But he'll probably come into the mix at all to freshen it up a little bit. We did need a remix. We did need a shuffle. I like what Amram tried to do, but didn't quite work. Fair enough. Hats off to Palace. They scored the chances, which we don't do. But we have signed him, Dorgu, to use him. So I do think a couple of players are going to be unhappy with the changes that are going to be made. I think Dallow's struggling massively. Fell off a cliff when he was probably one of our best players last year. Probably was our best player last year. Mazraoui come in and set the house on fire. Absolutely unbelievable. His form's dropped. He's losing the ball, misplaced passes. His position's struggling. I don't know if he's fatigued or maybe they can do the swap with Dallo, Mazraoui, Ahmad, and that's a good 4 to Dorgu, Dallo, Mazraoui, and Ahmad. All in those wing-back positions. That's a good 4 to switch up. I don't know much about Dorgu, but what I have seen, he looks very powerful, very good, very physical, very athletic, which is the pace that we need. We're very stagnant. We're very just not very mobile, basically. I do want to touch on Ugarte today. So Ugarte, for me, was our man of the match. I think he had a very good game. We bought him to be that rugged, legs, tackling, in your face, nasty, cynical, clip your legs if you break it on us transitionally. And he done that very well today, I've got to admit. He did play very well, kept the ball really well. I do think that we just need I don't know. I just don't think we've got the players to fit the system right now. But if he does change it, it's hard to, especially if he's doing all this in training to try and get the position right and the mentality right. I do think if he changed it for a match day, just because we don't have the personnel, it's a double-edged sword. I think if you grab one side, it might go wrong. If you grab the other side, it might go wrong. Like at the end of the day, we lost again at home. He didn't score. Palace have come to Old Trafford and got the win, a clean sheet. Onana has obviously watched it onto his bar, and why we're not playing Bayern Dia is beyond me, because Onana's not good enough. And I know I've said this multiple times. It's not Amarin signing. Just get rid. Get rid. Every video I'm going to mention how bad Onana is because I really don't like him. Like, he's probably a lovely person, probably have her around for tea, probably go for a beer with him, but he's shit in goal. So that's the conclusion I've come to. So at the end of the day, it's one of those things. Another loss. Let's go on. I think it's Europa League on Thursday. Who knows, John? Who knows what's going to happen? Like, we're just getting a bit boring to watch. We turn up, we don't turn up. Physically, we're there spiritually. We get walked over. We lose again. It's we don't know the system. It's a new manager settling in. Get a bit tiresome, isn't it? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I had high hopes from Fulham. I know we got a last minute winner and blah blah blah, but even Dalot coming in the back post and scoring, how often, apart from Ahmad, how often do our fullbacks score? How often do we find ourselves in that position where the ball gets cut across? How many times have you if Højlund was playing, and if Højlund's playing, or if Xerxes was playing, then Manu, a couple of times it went across, it's because Manu's a strike. We need someone to be in that box and score goals. Simple as that. We need a 9. We need someone to score goals, and we don't have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up because I'm just winding myself up of thinking about the game again. Let's hope we can do something tomorrow in the transfer deadline day. Maybe get a loan in. Maybe give Cavani a ring. Give him a ring and go, Spraken's English. I know that's German before anyone says I'm taking the piss. So maybe just give him a ring and say, look, do you want the number 7 shirt? Get yourself back and get us some goals. Get us into Europe at least, because you might even win us the Europa League, because that's what we're going for now. This is our hope. Concentrate on Europe. Let's try and get a win in the Europa League to get us back into Europe, because we're not doing it through the league. And let's just see what happens. Right, like and subscribe on the video. I do have a surprise for you in the next month or so. I do need you to be a subscriber. I do need you to comment, and I do need you to like the video for you to qualify for this. So if you can do that, that'd be great. And I'll let you know when it comes fruition. Fruition? Fruition. That might be a word. I'm going to go with that as a word. Right, in a bit. Bye-bye.